How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review, and today we're going to be going with the North Coast Old Stock Ale. I like North Coast Old Stock. I've had many North Coast Old Stocks. North Coast Old Stock might be my favorite regularly available beer I can get. If you watch any of our reviews here at Massive Beer Reviews, you would know we are quite fond of old ales, specifically English style old ales. And some of our favorite beers, or two of our favorite beers, probably top 5 all-timers, is J.W. Lee's Harvest Ale and the King of All Kings, Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy is a whatever you want, dodo bird. It's not existing, even though there's rumors of it coming back. And anyway, won't get into that. This to me is the closest facsimile you can get to Thomas Hardy Ale. Not right out of the bottle. It's very, very different. If you were to get a fresh Hardy and a fresh Old Stock, they wouldn't taste all that similar. But if you get like maybe a 5-year-old Hardy and a 5-year-old Old Stock, they're very, very similar. So this beer is near and dear to my heart. I've been drinking it for many, many years. I cellar the crap out of this beer. It's one of the beers that I get giddy about every year it becomes available. And this year it became available infinitely late. It typically comes out in this area, northeastern Pennsylvania. It's brewed at North Coast Fort Bragg, I believe. Yeah, Fort Bragg, California. Typically comes out early in the year, about like February, March, April-ish, and usually I can get it in this area probably early to midsummer. It is the middle of October, and I just found the first 4-pack in this area that I could find. It might have been somewhere else, I don't know, but it's the first 4-pack I could find, so I'm quite giddy. It's not even like I found it, like I tracked it down and went and got it. I walked in, I looked around, and I grabbed it, and I grabbed 2 4-packs. I don't know why I grabbed 2. I'm going to go back and probably buy all of them. Anyway, this is North Coast Old Stock Ale 2014. I've reviewed their 2011 Cellar Reserve. I reviewed their 2013 Old Stock Ale. So now we're going to do their 2014. So I'm super excited. Label-wise, what's on the label? 2014 North Coast Brewing Company, 2014 up top. On the front, Old Stock Ale 2014, brewmaster's name, 12 ounces, 11.8% alcohol. Government warning stuff on the side. It says don't drink out of a shaker glass, drink out of a tulipy kind of goblet, and North Coast on the other side. That's it. Why have a story? Why put anything else on there? That's the way old ales are. Just drink that mother effer. Anyway, label-wise, I really, really like Old Stock's labels. Their new ones. I love their old labels, their old ghetto labels, which are right here. Huge fan of it, but I mean, their labels in general, they're very simple, very classy, very understated, much like the beer. So, I can't wait to dive in this sucker. Wow, darker than what I expected already. I'm just going to tell you that right off the bat. Usually North Coast Old Stocks come out just a tinge lighter than this. Weird one. There's nothing in there. These bottles do not have really any funk in them, so you can give them a good pour. Head-wise, probably was 3 fingers, almost down to 2 fingers now. Crazy gigantic bubbles. Decently creamy top, but I mean, it's receding super fast. I mean, you're talking about a 12% beer. It's to be expected. Color-wise, it's this ever so beautiful ruby red. It's like if you add a ruby red, add a dash of yellow to it, that's exactly what it is. Decent amount of carbonation. Nothing too crazy. Enough to give it a little bit of effervescence, and then that's about it. So yeah, color-wise, head-wise, exactly what I expected, other than, like I said, just a tinge darker, which is nice. North Coast, like I said, typically I love them. They did go awry one year for me. They're 2012 fresh. Even aged, it's good, but they're 2000, I believe it was 2012. Almost positive. They're 2012, just for something about it, just was off for me. And now we're talking about, I think it came out in 2002. So you're talking about the first time in 11 years. It's a little bit sideways for me. So hopefully this one lives up to the bill. Yeah, so let's give it a whiff. If I could keep breathing in, I would keep breathing that in, because that is what beer is made of. You know, they have that nursery rhyme, like, you know, what girls are made of and what guys are made of, you know what I mean? And sugar and spice and everything nice, that's what little girls are made of. If I could verbalize, which I will, what this nose is about, that's what beer is made of. It's got this super inviting, rich, sugary nose to it. It's not overly sweet or cloying, as other people would put. It's just so beautiful. So beautiful. It smells like you're snorting caramel mixed with brown sugar, mixed with toffee. And yeah, and with a little bit of alcohol there just to make it not candy, booze. This smells delicious. It's just, the nose is, like I said, other than aged beer, which, I mean, you can't fake a good aged beer. It's exactly what I want a beer to smell. Give this 5 to 10 years, and that's more of what I want beers to smell like, but we're talking about aged beer at that point, so it's a different demon. It's just so good. It smells like just the best. How do I put it? I'm not big on, like, I like coffee flavored coffee. I like coffee, a little bit of cream, a little bit of sugar, done. Not much either. I like mine a little bit lighter than this, just a hair lighter than this. It smells like a caramel macchiato. Just dial back that coffee on it. Oh, just delicious. I could huff this sucker all day, but I'm not going to. I'm going to dive right in. Cheers. It's good beer. Everything about it. From the carbonation, nice effervescence, but not super in your face. Mouthfeel. It's not thin, it's not thick, but it has this nice coating to it, this nice density to it. If I swish it around, I mean, you see the legs on this sucker. It lasts for days and days. Taste-wise, if you took that caramel macchiato that I was talking about, dial back the coffee a bit, then grind it up and liquefied a bunch of sugar daddies, put that in there, and threw a nice cognac, just a dash of a cognac in there, and maybe a little rum. Boom. That's exactly what this is. It is, for me, my seasonal beer of note. Like, if you go out and talk to beer people, they all have their beers that they look for in a year. And I do too, other than this one. And this is mine. That's the point I'm getting to. I go out and I'm like, you know, some people are like, oh, this date Backwoods Bastard comes out, or oh, this date KBS comes out, or oh, this date Bourbon County Stout comes out. That's this beer for me. Even though it doesn't get the release of those beers, like, you know, when, you know, Backwoods Bastard comes out, you know the date, you go to a brewery or a distributor or a six-pack place, and you typically can pick it up that day. Like I said, this was released a while ago, and I just don't know when it's gonna hit my area. And when I finally see it, I get all giddy like a kid in a candy store, and it's exactly what it is. You know, it's just so good. Everything about it, from the taste, from the mouthfeel, to the aroma. It's just my perfect beer. And that's new. That's new. This is fresh as... Well, not as fresh to be. Like I said, it probably came out in March, I'm guessing. Age will make this infinitely more delicious than it is now. So, rating-wise, this iteration of it, brand new, the way it is right now, I'm going to give it a 94. Because I just love it that much. And I'm going to give it a 94, and you're like, 94? Why don't you give it a higher score? I don't... You know... I typically give beers between like 70s and 90s. I know there's more to the spectrum than that, but for some reason, I'm stuck in that mode of giving beers ratings from that. To go from a 70 to a 40, or to go from a 94, 95 to a 99, is crazy. Like, you have to go way advanced past the point of awesome to get to that point. If any of you out there watch Top Gear, it's a car show, even though if you don't like cars, watch it because it's awesome. And it's like, a good analogy would be like one of the fastest cars. I'm not sure if it's still the fastest car, but the Bugatti Veyron Supersport. Like, it can go 210 miles per hour, but to get it to go build a new model and go from the Veyron to the Supersport, to make it go an extra 8 miles per hour, they have to double the horsepower, because that double horsepower is the difference between 210 and 220. It's only 10 miles per hour. You think 10 miles per hour, it's easy. And for me, that's how I kind of rate beer. Like, I can rate a beer and it can go 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. But to get from a 94 to a 99 is infinitely harder than it is to go from an 89 to a 94. So I'm going to give this, what did I say, 94? I probably want to give it a higher score, so I don't remember. So 94 overall. It's just a fantastic beer. Crazy good. I should give it a higher score, but I'm not going to. You want to know why? If I let this sit 5 years, it's going to be a 99. So how can I give it a 98 and then make it go one up from that in 4 years? So 94 it is. Availability, like I said, I haven't seen it all year, but right now I can go get a bunch of it, which I'm going to tomorrow. So I'll give it availability a 6 as of right now, and that could change. And this is northeastern Pennsylvania, so we're basing it off that. And value-wise, I believe I paid $16 for a 4-pack for me. For this kind of beer, the quality it is, home run, I'm going to give it a 9 on a value scale. Because there's a lot of $20 to $25 4-packs that this smokes and leaves in dust. So, North Coast Old Stock, 2014. And I'm going to put this in there. I've tasted every fresh Old Stock there has been. Like, I've had it fresh, I've had it a couple years old, I've had it a decade old. This might be the best one ever. Fresh out of the bottle. As fresh as it could be in this area. It might be the best one straight out of the bottle. So, if that's saying something, age is only going to treat it better. So, yeah. If you're a fan of English Old Ales, if you're a fan of Thomas Hardy, J.W. Lee, stuff like that, if you haven't drank this, what are you doing? You owe it to yourself to drink this beer. If you're a fan of great beer in general, you need to try this. And if you just want to try one of the better beers going that gets not nearly as much publicity as it should get, you should try this. Because North Coast knocks out of the park when it comes to their Old Stock. I can't gush about it enough, even though I've gushed about it this whole review. So, another review in the books. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Not enjoyed. Or enjoyed? Enjoyed. Enjoyed the review. I did. I don't want to talk anymore. I want to drink it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did or you didn't, or somewhere in between, leave comments in the comment section below. If you want to check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can. On Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Massive Beers. We're way more active on Instagram. So if you're going to check us out anywhere, check us out there. Yeah, another review down. Whew. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a great beer right now. And hopefully you see you next time. Cheers.